Hello guys, you're welcome. So today's video is for question answering. I've been saying it in my videos that you guys should always drop your questions in the comment section, but then if you can't drop them in the comment section, you can always reach out to me on any of my social media handles, Facebook, LinkedIn. You can as well send me an email, and I'll try as much as possible to make a video to answer your questions. So today I'll be answering like 2 or 3 questions because I wouldn't want the video to be longer than expected. So I'll answer just 2 or 3 questions in today's video, and I'll be making another video to answer other questions, right? So you can always keep your questions coming in. So the first question I have here, I've written it here, but then I'll be making a screenshot of the messages and you'll be seeing them on your screen because I don't want you guys to feel like I'm composing the question myself. Don't mind me, that's by the way. Okay, so the first question here is from a subscriber. I posted a video, I think 2 weeks ago, on on brushing techniques, and I mentioned brushing your tongue. So this person sent me a message and said, my question is it really healthy brushing tongue? Because at times toothbrush injures our tongue. So I used to have some conception about that. That question is from someone. I think the person sent me that message via WhatsApp. Okay. Personally, I have never had an injury on my tongue like via brushing. Toothbrush has never injured my tongue. Now I'm talking about my own experience, not about yours. We all have several brushing experiences, right? I've gotten injuries on my gums before because of brushing, right? From brushing, my gums have gotten injured. So if this person has injured his tongue via brushing, then it's understandable, right? But then it's not something I've experienced before. However, I'll be answering this question professionally. First, it's very possible for you to injure your tongue via brushing. It's very possible, and I will tell you why. In that video, I said something about using a hard bristle toothbrush and a soft bristle toothbrush. Like I mentioned the kind of toothbrushes that we have. I mentioned that we have the hard bristle toothbrush and the soft bristle toothbrush, and I stated it clearly that you should go for a soft bristle toothbrush because a hard bristle toothbrush can cause harm to your teeth. Now, your teeth is a hard substance. If toothbrush can harm your teeth, if it can wear away your enamel, how much more your tongue? Your tongue is flesh. Your tongue is a tissue. It's a very soft tissue. So how much more your tongue? If a toothbrush can harm your teeth, then it can cause more harm to your tongue. That is why it is very important for you to use a soft bristle toothbrush. You can't use a soft bristle toothbrush and say that toothbrush injures your tongue. It's impossible. If you are using a hard bristle toothbrush and you want to be brushing your tongue, then you have to have a rethink. In fact, I would suggest that you drop that idea, right? But then if you know that you don't want to brush only your teeth, you want to brush your palate, you want to brush your soft palate, your hard palate, other tissues in your mouth, including your tongue, then you should go for a soft bristle toothbrush because that is what will do the job very well without harming your tongue, without harming your mouth tissues and your teeth. So always go for a soft bristle toothbrush. Now, number 2 is if you are not brushing, you are not being gentle with your tongue. Some of you brush your mouth aggressively. There is this popular thing that people do while brushing, like they always go hard on their teeth whenever they are brushing their mouth. They brush aggressively, they brush using all their might, all their power, thinking that is what will remove the dirt. No, it's not done that way. If you are hard on your teeth, then you are causing harm to your teeth, you are causing harm to your mouth tissues. And I've said it in a few of my videos that when you are brushing, you think massage, not scrubbing. You don't scrub your teeth, you massage your teeth. You know how to massage. you have been massaged before, or probably you have massaged someone before, you know how gentle you were. That's how you should treat your mouth. You think massage and not scrubbing. So when you want to brush your tongue and you know you don't want to injure your tongue, then you should gently brush your tongue. Be gentle with your tongue. You don't have to scrub it. Only massage it a little here and there, and that will be fine. Now, I believe I have answered that question. Number one is to use a soft bristle toothbrush, and number two is to gently brush your tongue. If you do this, you can never injure your tongue. Now, let's move on to question number two. I got this question from one of my Facebook followers, and it reads, "Good evening, ma'am. I have a question regarding what you posted on brushing before going to bed. I heard it's not advisable to do so. That the bacteria need something to feed on while we sleep. Wow. And they feed on the food leftovers in our mouth. Brushing that will make them feast on my gum, which can have side effects. Can you imagine? How true is that? More clarification will be appreciated." See, when I got this message, I was I was shocked. And I understand, when you're not knowledgeable about something, you get confused. And I sincerely appreciate the fact that this lady summoned courage to tell me what she had learned over the years, and she comparing it to what I am trying to tell her. I sincerely appreciate that about her. Now, if you are one of these people, if you are one who actually believes the same thing this lady believes, or you have read or heard what this lady heard as well, probably you've met somebody who gave you that notion as well, I am here to debunk that. It is very untrue that bacteria feeds on your gum. Bacteria do not feed on your gums. They feed on the leftover food in your mouth. They feed on the leftover food in your mouth, and that is why we always advise that you brush your mouth before going to bed, because when you go to bed, there is a decrease in saliva production. We all know what saliva does. Saliva is a lubricant, right? We all know that. Saliva is a lubricant. It helps to wash your mouth naturally. It might not wash away the entire debris in your mouth, but at least it removes some of the debris from your mouth. When you are swallowing your saliva, you are not only swallowing saliva, you are swallowing some of the debris in your mouth. So when you sleep, there is a reduction in the production of saliva, because your mouth will be moving, right? Your mouth is not moving. Moving of mouth is more like a voluntary action. When you are sleeping, you can't move your mouth, so there will be reduction in saliva production. And when there is reduction in saliva production, then this bacteria would thrive. They would become more active, especially if you fail to brush your mouth at night. There will be food residuals in your mouth, and these bacteria will be more active. They will be able to feast on these bacteria, and when they feast on these bacteria, the sugar and all that, their excreta is always in form of acids. When this happens consistently, like you don't brush your mouth every night, you leave your mouth like that, and bacteria feast on them every now and then, all the time bacteria feast on your mouth, that is when you begin to have gum disease. And one of the signs of gum disease is inflammation or irritation, sore gums. Your gum might be swollen, might be reddish, and that is what the person is referring to as bacteria feasting on your gums. Bacteria do not feast on your gums. They have nothing to do with your gums. Your gums is not a meal for them. The food residues in your mouth are meals for the bacteria in your mouth, right? So bacteria do not feast on your gum. They only feast on the food residuals in your mouth. But when you brush your mouth and you are leaving them with nothing to feed on, then they can't feast on anything, and they can't affect your teeth negatively. That's just the honest truth, and I need you to embrace this truth right now. All right, so this video has exceeded the time limit I planned for it. I've been able to answer 2 questions, and I'll be answering other questions in my next video. Until I see you in my next video, kindly drop your questions in the comment section and I'll be so excited to answer your questions. All right, so until I see you in my next video, if you are yet to subscribe to this YouTube channel, kindly do so now. Turn on the post notification bell and like, comment and share with your family and friends. I'll see you in my next video. Until then, bye.